I just want to say hello to everyone that joined us this afternoon. This is our first master class. I'm your host, Wayne Johnson, and I'm just honored to have you guys here tonight. And so, what we want to be doing, we want to be talking about Streamyard and all the tools and the skill sets that you need to start your talk show or either take your ministry to another level using Streamyard in this platform that can help you become, who you need to be. And so we're going to talk a little bit. I got a PowerPoint presentation slide, and we'll just go through the slide as well, and we'll begin to talk about some things that you need. And so we want to start out talking about the three C's, content, camera, and video creation. So let's go to our slide, and I'll put up our first slide, and we will begin to see some things here concerning our teaching. And so first we want to talk about if everyone can hear me, just type in the chat okay at the bottom. You can chat with me, and I'll just send you the chat just like okay. Then you hit okay, and then we good to go. It's okay, great. So we're streaming to YouTube, and then we're just going live through the webinar as well. And so we thank everybody, Brother Quinn Fire, Ronnie Tucker, Miss Gray. And then we thank you guys for joining in. And I'm quite sure some more people are going to be coming in as well. So if you have any issues, just let me know. Type in on the chat, and I'll stop and answer some questions. And so let's get started. So we're just going to run through the slide, and then we'll come back. And so just the introductory slide, the Gulf Coast Family Network. And we're talking about learning, create, and succeed. And goals, mission, and vision. So this first page is very important because that's why we're here to learn. And so when you learn, I know some new stuff that I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be saying and using a lot of terminology that you're not familiar with. But I just ask you just to stay with me and just let the Lord begin to, take your mind and let you digest all of these terms, what I'm saying, because let me tell you something, it does get better. And I've been here before when all these terms and all of these things are being said. It just seems like it's going to bombard you and blow your mind up. But let me tell you something. If you stay there and then let the Lord help you, and like I did, had the accent to help me, so it will become clear. So we're learning. Then we're going to learn how to create. Then we're going to learn how to succeed. So what is your goal for, why are you here today? You must have a goal because your goal is the things that's going to be the driving mechanism with your goal, your vision, and your mission. So if your goal is to succeed, let me tell you something. You've already stepped ahead of the game right now. Because why? You're here on purpose, and you come to learn some things that's going to really change your life, change your ministry, and it'll be a legacy that you can pass along to someone else once you learn all this stuff. And so let's go to the second slide. So I'm going to just run through the slides, and then we'll come back and talk about we'll start at the beginning. And so the second slide is, what are we going to discuss today? And so we're going to discuss, why we need a commercial, how can the video content grow my business or ministry, and let's talk about branding and what do we need to live stream and how to put a show together. And then we're going to go back. We'll talk a little bit about StreamYard, the pricing, the streaming, and all of these things that I got up here. Some of the tools that's going to be used in StreamYard that will help us go and create a professional looking broadcast that we can, be very proud of. Also, now here we got the three C's, if you will: content, cameras, and video creation. And then this one is a very good slide right here because I got a little saying: if there's room at the cross, there's room at the trough. How many of these people are your customers? Alabama has 5.5 million people. Mobile County has a little over 413,000 people. Baldwin County, 239,000, and Escambia County has 322,000 people, a little bit over that. So it's enough people, but you got to know something about this, and we're going to talk about the branding. So let's go to our next slide. You should advertise your show to people so they'll know you exist. And so that's what we're going to talk about: flyers, website, and commercial. So we'll come back to that as well. And then why do I need a commercial? We got those three tabs right there. We'll come back and talk about that as well. Then how to make money with my talk show, with my broadcast, because the talk show is pretty important to create advertisement, commercial, and sponsorship. Then why should I live stream? And so those increase. We're gonna come back to that one as well. That's a good one right there that I want to kind of draw. You can type it in at the chat at the bottom, and what do I need to live stream with? So that's very important. We're going to get to that one, and we're going to see what you need to live stream with. And so that just, hey, live stream, we're going to need these iPads, phones, and all of that to do what we need to do to access the internet and be successful. And so we're going to talk about effective communication, because that's the very key aspect of our training and where we're trying to go as well tonight. And this little guy right here, this is the OSBot Tiny 2. It's the OSBot Tiny 2 AI powered, AI face recognition, PTZ. The PTZ stands for pan, tilt, and zoom. It's a 4K webcam, so it really is a plug and play. So it just came out June the 27th, $329. Then you get the remote for another $49. So this is you need to get this little puppy here. So also, then we have the Logitech Brio. We'll talk about him a little bit. That's a 4K webcam, and these are different price sets. Almost $400, then $129, and then also we got this one that I use quite a bit. So and so we got the Logitech 1080 Pro Stream webcam. So this one here is about maybe $63. So we're going to talk about using these tools and using these things to create professional broadcasts that will cause you to succeed and then don't spend a whole lot of money. And we're going to get into that just a little bit as well. And then, what equipment you need, lighting and stuff like that, and then your webcam. And then we'll talk about camera and lighting setup. I know we may not get to all of these today, but these are some of the things I just want you, that's all entails what we're doing. And like I said before, I know I'm showing you a lot of stuff, but we're gonna break it down maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. So you step into this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. So you won't be overwhelmed with all the information, and it makes it easier and simpler, to go through it and be able to digest, what I'm saying and what I'm teaching tonight. Then we'll talk about branding, and so branding is very important. And like I say, once we talk about branding, what consists in branding, and we'll move forward in that one as well. And then, adding revenue to our stream. So, YouTube, and we're going to talk about that. And also, this one here is very important. The U.S. Facebook net ad revenue, just for the U.S. And you see where it started in 2019, where it is in 2023, $65.2 billion industry. Wow. And so there's just a prayer right here that I put in that Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, I loose myself and my family from every spoken curse and negative words spoken against my life and my business, very powerful. And then it talks about the average time spent in a lifetime. And you see right here where social media have 6 years and 8 months. That's a lot of time that people spend on social media. And these are just the breakout times right here that people spend on social media. And you begin to see the time that they spend and how many people and that's on this thing, on these platforms. And so it's a great way to create revenue. And then I just throw this one in here, the lion is the king because of what he believes about himself. And so when you duplicate what his attitude and, when you believe things about yourself that you're going to succeed and be successful, it creates an open door for you to just go to the next level. And then, so the power of your future is inside of you. And God has placed it inside of you. Nobody can live beyond the limits of their beliefs. So we still move in faith in areas that we've never seen before. And also we talking about, doing the broadcast, show format, doing some interviews and stuff like that. And that's down the line just a little bit, but it's still not very far away. Understanding how to create a talk show, or either if you're a pastor, creating your own broadcast, because now once you do that and people see you have content, then they see you got a talk show and they see that you're doing things. So this is where we create sponsorship revenue and ask businesses to buy in, to give us support, to be able to support our programs and our talk shows, because that's where the revenue building part of it comes in at. Also, we have another part where we talk about revenue. We talk about just, if you like, just sell commercials to business owners and to ministries and people that need them, and still, that could be a revenue source as well. And then the last part is just the Gulf Coast Family Network. We're going to be launching that. It should be coming out in maybe a month or so, but so we just tweaking the fine tuning stages of it. And then it's just some, place where you can contact me, my phone number, then everyone 2018, and then the church location. And if you want to do some interviews, you can go there and, and let me know, and you can sign up for an interview as well. So let's go back to the first page, and we'll talk a little bit about that, because I know you like me. You said, well, how can Facebook? Well, you know about Facebook, but how can StreamYard help me do what I want to do in my business? And how can I just begin to just want to reach out and do some things in StreamYard? And so if you ever get a taste of what the power of media ministry can do for you, man, let me tell you something. It will set you on a course that's going to launch you into some deep waters. Because why? It's going to transform you. It's going to transform your thinking. You're going to be in the learning stage. When you get in that learning stage, then you go to the create stage. Then you're going to succeed. And so all of these go together: learning and goals, creating mission. Then you got vision and succeed. So all of these, they are parallel together. And so once you do that and you begin to see and hear things that you never heard before, it's going to launch you into a whole different place of ministry. You're going to be content that's going to be created, that's going to be very professional, and you're going to begin to see some things that you never saw before in your entire life. So let's go here. I think let me see this here right here. Okay, no, I don't want to go there. So let's go over here, and I want to show you something about StreamYard before I go any further, because that's why we're here. Excuse me. I got some overlays. I want to show you something about StreamYard that you may not know. I want to show you the pricing, because I want to come out of the gate real and show you about the pricing of StreamYard. So you see the slide up here. StreamYard has a free version that you can get, and it doesn't cost you anything. And then also it has a basic plan, which is $25 a month. Then it has the $49 plan, which is a professional plan. That's the one that I have. And so you can stream in 1080 in that. You can have 12 participants in the back office. You can multi-stream to 8 different locations. Also, you can have 4 seats or 4 members, where I can have, if I had another member in the back, they can be switching and doing everything in the background, and you don't even see them. And they're just communicating to me through the chat and creating a professional, grade video or commercial, if you're doing a commercial or doing anything. That way you can stay focused looking at the camera. You won't have to look aside to all these other places. That's what's so good about that. Then you can do pre-recorded stuff. You can go into StreamYard and record. You can do some broadcasting. We're going to talk about that a little bit. And that's the great thing about StreamYard. You have the ability to record. Then you have the ability to do StreamYard on air with 250 viewers. And that's the platform that we're using tonight. And so we're using that because why? We're using something similar to Zoom, and that $49 package gives you that. But you can use the $25 package, And so, or the free package. I would just suggest using the free package until you get used to it, and then that way it won't cost you anything. But then you can see the benefits of the $25 package as well, So you don't get quite as many perks with the $25 a month, package as well when you do with the $49. But it's still pretty good because why? It gives you an option to have 50 hours of storage recording, so you can get 50 hours of recorded video that you have created, and it'll store it here on the cloud as well. And then you got destination that you can go to. So let's go to a destination right here, and I want to share my screen with you, because when we talk about these packages and we're talking about StreamYard, I just want to show you that when you have this ability, let's go to our second slide. Everybody's okay? And so, if I'm talking too fast, just kind of hit me with a comment. Say, hey man, slow it down. You're going too fast. And like I said, I know I'm talking and using terms that you may not be familiar with. So let's go back to StreamYard. I just want to get the layout of StreamYard first to get you a little bit familiar with the software, because StreamYard is a cloud web-based software. And so I just want to share my screen with you, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. Because when I share my screen with you, it okay. Let's go to Windows and so okay, so now I'm sharing my screen with you. So right here we're in the broadcast, but see these two little boxes that are checked. This is the webinar icon right here, and this is the thumbnails. These are both, you call these little pictures, you can call them thumbnails. So we're streaming to YouTube, and also we're doing the webinar. Now, when I click on this one that says edit right here, so that gives me the place where I can stream to multiple destinations, a total of 8. So all I got to do is click on this little plus button and say, see where it says, when you put your mouse there, it said add a destination. I can go to my Facebook page. I can go to Twitter. I can go to Instagram. I can stream there. And once you put the information in one of the places that you're going to be streaming to, when you go to another destination, you don't have to type it in. All you have to do is hit save, and those changes are saved right there. And then you just get back out of that. Then you just click them. Then you can go to the next destination. And you can have several destinations. And then also, this share link here, if like you're going to share a video on YouTube, you can share this as well to one person as well. So here you are. So now you got multiple destinations. Then you got your branding. So then you got your comment section right here. So once you hit comments, say if I want to type, something down here like hello, and I want to hit okay, and then now that hello is there. That's in the chat, just like you're doing on Facebook. So you have that advantage to communicate through with me and ask questions or do whatever you want to do through the chat box. And so now, which is pretty cool. Then also we got this here, what we call the banners. Now this one banner that we got, so I just made it up. You can put anything you want in there up into 200 characters. And so you can put any message that you want, and you can do it two ways. You can do it as a strolling text at the bottom, just like that. And you just go in there and you can go hide. Once you hide the text and you hit this little arrow right here. This little arrow right here. See it when you put your mouse over it, you hit this little arrow, and that's the edit. That gives you the option to edit. So now if you want to edit, say if I want to edit this and I just want to take Wayne Johnson out and just say I'm your host. And so when I do that, all I got to do is to hit save. And if I click this little make sure I click this little check box, that means it's going to be the strolling text at the bottom. So we're not going to stroll it, but I just want to show you. That way you kind of get a sense of what StreamYard is and what it's doing. So now I don't want it to stream across the bottom like I did. I just wanted to show up as a lower third. And so once I do that, it said, welcome to the Ghost Coast Family Network Masterclass. I'm your host. So it's a static thumbnail or a static lower third that stays up as long as you want it up. It can be any information that you're trying to give and relate to people that you're streaming to, or either if you are doing a one-on-one like a interview or whatever, or just doing a broadcast, you're broadcasting live to Facebook, Instagram, or whatever you're doing, all of those platforms. You still can set up this banner to put information, and you may want to put your Cash App or a donation. So now let's go back to it again. We're going to just click on. Now we're going to go back to the little, and we're going to edit again. But now we want to come over here and click this little highlight, this stroll across the bottom. It's a ticker. Then you hit the save button. Now, once you hit save and you just go back up and you want to hit the plus button because you want to add it to the show. The plus button gives you the ability to add it to the show. And when you click on that plus button, now here it is. It strolls across the bottom, just like on CNN and all that strolling text on Fox News or what have you. You have that, and then you have the option with the lower third as well. Lower third means that's the information at the lower part of your stream or whatever, or your video content that you're doing. And so to get rid of it, all you do is come over here, hit the mouse button, and it hides that, and it hides that. And so now it stopped strolling. It should stop strolling. Come on. Okay, now, yeah. And so it stops strolling. And so that's, you can create multiple folders to do that. So now I click on all these folders. Say if you got 5 different shows you want to do, you can come in here and build a folder for each one of them. That way, you can build exactly what you want for each folder and name it what you want. So to create a new folder, you can click that, or you can come in here, change the name of these folders. Say, I got Princess Miller, I got Pastor Johnson, I got Miss Hitchens. I did an interview with her, the prophet, and so all of these I've done some work with. And so I got a folder with all of that information already inside of it. And so then you can go back to Streamyard training right here, which is back to the original one that I started with. And so that's just the importance of Facebook. I mean, of Streamyard. So it gives you're more flexible to do things that you want to do. So now let's look at this one. So now I'm right here at the bottom of my screen. These are what they call layouts. Say now, if I just want to do a layout, click on this button. Now my picture or my thumbnail is removed and it drops down just like in all the picture forms, what you call like a thumbnail where everybody else is. And then now it just shows nothing but the screen, and also shows part of the screen of us. It's showing me as the host, and it's showing several people here at the bottom. But then say if I want to just go solo, and I can just go solo with me like I started at the beginning to do my intro. I can go solo to do my intro. Then if I want to go solo and do my intro, then if I want to bring in, say, like a little small, short video clip that I want to show somebody, because I'm trying to just, do my clip. So I can come in here and show a video clip, do my intro, and then hit
Are you looking to take your video production skills to the next level? Look no further than the Gulf Coast Family Network's monthly training program. Our expert instructors will guide you through the ins and outs of Streamyard, cameras, green screens, and virtual backgrounds, giving you the tools you need to create professional streams and quality videos. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, our program is designed to help churches, business owners, and people succeed with hands-on instructions and personalized feedback. And with our convenient online format, you can learn from the comfort of your own home. So why wait? Sign up today to learn more about our program. Visit us at urban12018.com to set up an appointment. We can't wait to see what you create while streaming to these platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, making it easier than ever to connect with your audience. Remember, we also offer our weekly 1-hour training session every Thursday from 6:30 to 7:30 CST. The monthly cost is $60. See you there.
And then once the commercial finished playing, it automatically comes back to me. And so that's just a little brief rundown of what StreamYard can do. And so you can pop videos in there. You can do, that's a video. And let me show you what the term when we say overlay. And when you do that, this is what an overlay looks like. That's an overlay. It's overlaying me and the picture that you're seeing. And so you have the overlays, you have the videos, you have the background. So you have all of these tools that's in StreamYard. And so it's just a awesome tool set to use. And now you can go in, and I just want to show you about, you can go in now, and when you start your broadcast, or when you open up StreamYard, the platform, you can create, let me just open up StreamYard in another tab, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because basically that's why everybody's here wanting to learn about StreamYard and see exactly what it would do for you. And so here we're in StreamYard, but let me go back and I want to share my screen with you again. Now, because I want to show you this and let you begin to see what StreamYard looks like. So let's go to StreamYard. Bam. So now we're in StreamYard here. So when you open up and you go to StreamYard.com, you're going to come here. So you got home, you got videos. That's the accumulation of the videos that you already have. Like right down here at the bottom, I got 31 and a half hours of video footage in my 50-hour storage. And then also, these are the videos that, you can go here, you click home, now you click video. And it just, like I said, you see all your videos, the multiple videos that I've done. So all of these are here right now. And so now, then you click destination. Then now it gives me, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I can add 3 more, a total of 8 destinations. And so when you click on members, this here gives you the option for somebody like myself that's skilled in this thing to run your show in the back office. You'll be at the guy and the lady out front doing your show, focusing on your show only, and I'll be switching and putting your commercials up and telling you, let's go take a break. And then now we're going to a commercial break. And then we'll go into commercial break, which is about a minute and a half. And then once it finishes, it'll come back. Then you say, hey, welcome. I'm your host, Wayne Johnson, and welcome to whatever, Urban One 2018. And that's how you get familiar with doing these things. And then you got the referral program down here. We have a referral program I do as well. So if you use that link when you get ready to buy StreamYard, use the link or the referral link that you see on my page, and then therefore it gets me a little kickback, because for each person that signs up through the referral. And so that's just an incentive for me, and then and that's something great that they offer. And then you got your team. Then, like you say, then once you went through there, you can go and you can see your building. And then, like I say, changing your plan. So this is just a plan that they have. You can do it monthly or yearly. So we already saw this. Then this is what it gives you, And so you got what it gives you on the free version, on the basic version, which is $25 a month and $49 a month. So, but if you want to pay for it yearly, click over to yearly. So now you save $120 if you pay for it all at once. You save $120, and then if you pay for it at once, you save $60 when you pay it for it annually. And so, so you can do it whichever way that you want it to, So here we are, and so wow, and so now that's pretty much it. Then this is the storage space right here, and so it's just a great opportunity. So let's go back to the home page. And so here we are. We're here. We done built our broadcast. We done already built it. I already built it before I start. Then I just click over here, enter the studio. And so these little 3 dots over here, it gives you invite guests, edit, share. Then you can do the online webinar. Then you got to manage registrations, and you got all of these, and then do YouTube, and you can delete it as well. And so now upcoming, when you hit create, when you hit this button that says create, so it gives you the ability to live stream, it gives you the ability to record, then it gives you the ability to on-air webinars if you have the professional plan, the $49 a month plan. So you can stream and do that. You can record here. This is the thing that I would say, if you got the free version, that you record yourself, go back and look at it and look at the picture quality and look at the hand placement and look at your communication skills or whatever, and then just let somebody take a look at it, or your wife, and just give you an honest opinion. And then this is the place where you critique without anybody looking at it, and you just begin to build your brand, begin to just look at yourself on camera, and you begin to look at yourself, and then you begin to change your mannerism. You begin to talk a little bit more clearly. You begin to use hand gestures, and you begin to do some things that makes your video content, just that much more attractive when you go in online or when you're doing an interview with somebody. So it just makes you, look like you're in control of what you're doing. And so this little pass, when you go like upcoming, create, you got live, you got recording, then you got the option to do the webinar. But when you go to the past, these are just past recordings and videos and durations of things that you already have here. And when you click load more, it gives you all the videos that you have. So you can just name them. I have several in here. Like I said, I got the Southwest Districts, convention in here. and then I got a test. So I got some tests in here. Then I got a test run, and so you got those, and you can just come back and delete those when you get ready. So the way you delete them, you just come over here with this little button right here, and so you can delete the recording or delete the rebroadcast. It gives you the option to delete it to wherever you're streaming to as well. Say if you're streaming to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, you can delete that broadcast strictly from this platform right here when you open up StreamYard. So it's a cloud-based platform that gives you the option to do a lot of things. And so when you go through there and you start practicing, and then you start using this tool, and you begin to see, man, that it creates a lot of great things for you. Then this over here, just where your account is, and then you can log out. You got contacts, you got the help center, and then you got partner resources. Then you can look at your referrals, your building, your account settings, and all of those type things. And so it's just a great resource to launch your webinar or to launch whatever you're doing, and you just begin to be teach from that platform and you just begin to see a transformation take place in some of the things that you're doing. And so that's the great thing about StreamYard. And so we're about halfway into our class right now. So let's go back to our, and I'm gonna add that stream back in because now we want to talk a little bit more about, we got into the second part, and I hope I'm not going too fast for you guys. Why do we need a commercial? And I tell people that because a commercial is your branding. When we go to that clip that says branding, let's talk branding. So if we're going to talk branding, your commercial defines you, and so it's defining you because why? Okay, so we got some chat. I can hear you. Okay, and so here we are. It defines you because why? When you get a commercial, whether like Brother Hawthorne, we did one for the upcoming platform that they got from the 19th to the 21st. Well, it talks about education. So it identifies everything that's going to take place. Also, he's the forefront of that. So just like the video that I showed you earlier, so it defines you. And I was talking to Brother Banks about the daycare. And I was just saying, man, when that daycare, and it gives you the ability to advertise and let people see what you're doing, where you're going, and then the content and the professionalism of your commercial, it gives people an idea of who you are. So next time they see like Greater Mount Trout or Pastor Willie Hawthorne, well, they can relate that video to it because your name and what they saw about you and the video content video content is by 80% more effective than a flyer and something that you just post on Facebook, because people are more engaged into a video. And so it has the ability to produce a branding. And just like a commercial on TV, the more people see it, the more they begin, they buy into what you're doing, because why? They see you doing what you're doing. And therefore, when people see your commercial, then you have the ability to do advertisement and sponsorship with people that because you already built your branding, you already got your name recognition, and so here you are. So that's the important thing about a commercial. It lets people know who you are, what you're doing, and how they can help you. Glory to God. And so how can a video content grow my business? And we talked about that. We talked about branding. And then what do I need, and what do I need to live stream? That's very important. So we talked about the 3 C's. We talked about content, cameras, and create or video creation. And so when we talked about those cameras, we gave you those 3 things. We talked about lighting, we talked about cameras, then we talked about virtual backgrounds, then we talk about backgrounds. You can do a blurred background. I didn't go into all of that. So you got that option as well. But say these 30-second and these 1-minute clips on Instagram, Twitter, and all of that. Well, StreamYard gives you the option to do that, and you can just take a message and pull out that 1-minute clip that you want to just, go to a StreamYard or create a reel or whatever, Twitter or TikTok. You can do that in StreamYard. You can do that in StreamYard and launch it to whatever platform that you want. Because once you do it, it gives you 3 options to go: Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I think it's one more that's coming in a little bit. So now you got the 30-second reel you can create. You got the 1-minute, 60-second a reel you could create. So it gives you some options and some things that you can do to be more creative and to be more, just creating a professional background. So now let's talk about, so why do we need to stream, and how to put your show together. So now let's talk about those two together. And I'm just going to go back to the first page right here, this page here. So look at my page. Look at it. We call this a thumbnail. This is a thumbnail right here. And so now these thumbnails are created. Let's go back, and I'm gonna take out both my name, and then I'm gonna take out my name, and I'll take out the header. So now if I move over a little bit, you'll see that so you see my chair, you see the Gulf Coast Family Network at the bottom. And so here we are now. So now you got learn, create, and succeed. And it's a level up your video production skill. And so when you're doing that and you got a thumbnail like this, and also I can remove my logo, which is already here. So now I want to take my logo out. I can put my logo in. I can put the Streamyard logo up. I can take it off. I can put a news logo, any logo, and I can put it up there. Either I can put this line head up there if I want as a logo. And so here it is. You got so many options, but your thumbnail represents who you are, because why? When people look at it, it pulls them into the content that you are trying to show them. And so if the content or if the thumbnail looks good, they're more apt to click on what you're advertising, and then hear and listen to maybe 3 or 4 seconds, or either if you have a 30-second or 60-second commercial. Well, man, wow! So you done got some time with these people. Then you learning how to create creative thumbnails. See how large the text is behind me? You got learn, that's very large, and then you got create and succeed. Then you got the colors, you got smaller text at the top. Then you got the background with that sort of like the lower graphics, or it's kind of close like a lower third. But then you got the very 4K high quality background with the guy on the camera doing what he's doing. And so when you get an eye for that, then you're going to always use like a 1920 by 1080. That's the resolution that you want to create a thumbnail, and you want to post it on StreamYard or either on Zoom. So that way you get the correct resolution. Then it fills the entire screen up, and now you got a professional look, and you have something that you can just move forward and go. And also you can change the colors here. I'm just going to change this color to purple. Then now, say if I want to put, once I change this color, now I want to put my name, and then I want to put it back in there. So now I can use different layouts to do that. I can use that. I can use the bubble. I can do that, and also I can put the block in there. And so I can still change that. Either I can go back to this one. I kind of like that one. It's because it's got the different color here, but it's still got the black. And so you can just do that. You can put those things in there, and you can just create some very creative things. Then now you just want to go throw your logo in there. So I'm just going to use the the one that we used while we were in the convention, And so here it is. So I got their logo, but then again, you see where it's white right there. And so now we want to just use a transparent logo. So I can change that in Canva and create a transparent logo. And that way it removes the white background off of it. Then all you get is just the logo. So you can take that white background off and just have a transparent logo like my logo here. So it doesn't have any white background to it. And that's what you call a transparent logo. And then and so that transparency means all you're getting is just a logo. And a lot of time when you put a logo up or put a picture up and it has a background in it. So, when you're going through this training, we're going to talk about things about how to remove a background, how to put up a transparent PNG. Then that way, those PNG files or the GIF files that you can put into StreamYard, into your overlays or whatever, or then you create your videos as well. So now you're learning how to do all of these things. And I know I'm still talking about a lot. I went over a lot. But I just want to give you an overview. And so next week when we come back, we're just going to define one thing. One thing we're going to do, we're going to go to the website, and the teaching next week is going to be going to the website and then just showing you how to come into StreamYard and then just how to set your camera up and how to set up your background and backdrop. So tonight is just giving you an overview to see the fullness of what StreamYard has to offer. Then I know it's a lot that I'm giving you, but then I'll start breaking it down. I'll go into the detail. We go straight to the website. Then we'll open up and we'll just do maybe one or two or three or four things. I just want to get you into it and then just let you begin to see how it works with the cameras. Then we're going to go in there with just a few things that we're going to show you. And then that way, we'll begin to take it and we'll dissect it, one piece at a time. It's just like, you got when my wife make a potato pie, I'll just keep cutting small slices until the whole pie is gone. And so next time we're going to eat a piece of the pie and we're going to go into StreamYard and we're just going to open it up and we're going to create a stream, and we're going to do a recording. And then also if the webinar is there, we're gonna show that. But we'll probably just do maybe the one or two. We'll create a platform and we'll create a destination where we're streaming to, and then we'll just do record, because I just want to show you those two pieces on our next week training next Thursday. And when I show you how to do those two things, you're going to feel way more comfortable and begin to understand some things. And now you just getting a general overview of everything tonight. So you kind of say, oh man, it's a lot to this thing. Yes, it is. And that's why I'm your teacher. I'm here to help you learn these tools and skill sets. And so we're going to break it down. We're going to show you 1, 2, 3. We're going to show you how to get online. We're going to show you how to stream to maybe one or two platforms. And then we're going to show you how to create something. And then you can just record it and come back and look at it. Then you can delete it and do it over again. So we're going to repeat that process. And what we're going to do, I'll bring on probably, it's depending on how many people on, we're just going to do that maybe for the first 20 minutes. And then we're going to let each person, and I'll bring you on and you can share your screen. Then you can walk through it yourself and then go from your browser, come in, because I want to let everybody feel for it themselves and walk through it. Then that way you can get like maybe the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps and let everybody have a feel of it, how to open your web browser, how to go there, and how to create a stream, and then how to record. Then if I do those two things and everybody get an opportunity to do that, and then you get a feel of it, and the more you do it, the more comfortable you feel with it. And you say, okay, Bishop, yeah, I understand. And then that way, see, the free version, you still can use that. It won't cost you anything. Then I'll just let you go and do that. Then that way you get a feel of it. Then that way when you're doing it, if you got any little problems, I'm still here while we're doing it online. And while others are doing it, then you can see what they're doing wrong. Then it's just a training metric, and it's a way to train. It's a way to get confidence. It's a way to get some more experience and using StreamYard as the platform and to be efficient at it. Because why? The system is built just like anything else. As you learn the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then next week, then next week after that, you'll learn another 5 steps. Then we'll go back and bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. We'll bring all those steps together. We'll repeat those steps. And once you get good at those steps, because we want to get you to a place where you create content. You got content, cameras, and then, then you create the content. If you're a preacher, you already got content. So the cameras, we already went over the cameras. So those two things are pretty much in the bag. Then now to go to the part where video creation, where you create and you're able to take your creation and send it to Facebook, Zoom, Instagram, or Twitter, or whatever. That's the thing that we're going to be, spending our time on. And then we talk a little bit. I just want to throw it also out there where you talk about Facebook, Instagram ad, but we hadn't got there yet, because we want to bring you up so you feel comfortable opening, going to the web browser and doing these type things. And then if you got any questions, say like if you're at home and you're practicing, well, I'm just a phone call away or whatever, and we can do a little Zoom or come back into StreamYard, and I can help you walk through some problems and things that you're stumbling with and having trouble with, explain it to you, and then just watch you in the background go through it yourself. And the more you do it, the more confident you become at what you're doing. And so it's the process of just going through, because why? When you go back to the first one, And I know, like I said, I talked about a lot of things, but this first this first PowerPoint presentation that I got up right here, and so it's the Gulf Coast Family Network. So learn and goals transparent, create and mission, and then you got succeed and vision. And so this learning process, if you don't quit, let me tell you something. And within a few months, man, I'm telling you, you'll be able to you start rattling this stuff off. Now it becomes part of you, but it's not going to take you that long to create content. You know, like Pastor Ronnie, my pastor there. Well, you know, he came into Pakistan, you know, and so we just sent the link and brought him into Pakistan. You know, Evangelist Eloise, they came in. And so I just showed them how to do these things, how to come in and open the link, and then just with you got the camera there, you can use your phone, as you know, and to bring you into that content. And here they are, man, bring them straight into Pakistan. They're preaching with an interpreter overseas, and so this is the platform that we're using, and it's got the ability to take your business. And say if you got a business that you want, that you got to say if you're a business owner and you're trying to got a proposal that you're trying to show a client. This is another tool that you can use to bring it in and show your proposals, show your products, and show your services, and you can run commercials, and you can show this client the things that you are doing. And when you got your layout and you got it very professional and you got it looking good and it's classy, let me tell you something. Pretty much all of your work is pretty much done because you have sold the client on your expertise, and you're using this platform called Streamyard to do it with. And so it helps you build your brand. It helps you to succeed in whatever you're doing. And so it's a powerful tool. And so here we're talking about again. So now we talked about StreamYard. We talked about recording. We talked about broadcast. We talk about on-air webinars, destination members. That's the guys that you can put in the back that can run all of this stuff and switch and do all these things for you. And well, we didn't get into green screens, but we're going to talk about green screens in a little bit. Then virtual and natural backgrounds. We didn't talk about that either. Then we talked about a little bit. Let's go back. We talked about that 40 hours of storage, recording storage that comes already built into the platform. And so these green screens are like the backdrop that I have. You know, that's a virtual backdrop or a green screen. Now, I got a green screen behind me, but you don't see it. I got lights in front of me. I got a ring light in front of me. I got two lights on the side of me, and I got a green screen in the back of me. And so now this is the great part about it. So now you create a professional backdrop like I got here. Oh man, and then you create these things, content, cameras, and video creation. And so these are some of the things that you want. So I created this. And so here it is. You're going to be creating some of these things, bringing it all in right here and talking about that. Let's go back to here, talking about our customer base. So the customer base is here. So if you're a minister and you're a man of God, now you want to create a platform with the notoriety of the people that you know in your neighborhood. Now what you're doing, so now you're creating notoriety because now you got a commercial. Now you're taking your broadcast or your TV broadcast, and you can create your talk show with it. You know, you can go to Anchor FM or Spotify. Then now here you got your talk show because StreamYard gives you the option to detach audio from the video, and you can take that audio. Now you can take it and then and just put a picture up and put it on Facebook or put it on YouTube and let your audio, the audible part of your sermon play, and all you got is a static picture of you there, and now your message is still being played. And that's just another way that you can get your message out, and you can begin to be, do some great things because you want to do your Facebook channel, you want your YouTube page. You definitely want to do YouTube because why? You create a page where now you just take the link of your broadcast or your sermon. Now you can take that and copy that link and you can start sending it to people all over the place, all over the world to come back. And once they click on it, because YouTube is sort of like StreamYard, it's a cloud-based, it's on the internet. And so you don't have to download these videos to share them with somebody. All you do is share the link and you just store your videos on your YouTube page as a storage. That's another great way to store your video and your video content. Then you just share the link and anybody all over the world can go there and watch your content. So that's just another tool that you can use in order to be successful at what you're doing. And so then you can say in your city area where you are, whatever state you're in, Alabama 5.5 million. Then you got all these different people. But what my friend told me is you got to get used to people when you want to go to the next level of people that say no. One of the greatest things that I ever learned was in a small town environment of wherever you are, your brand and what you're building, you may not feel like you're getting any traction there. But let me tell you something. Go back to this other slide. Out of all of these people, 5.5 million people in Alabama, it's some people that think like I do. It's some people that believe like I believe. It's some people that want to hear my teaching and my training. It's some people that's willing to, pay for it in order to be trained by me in order to go to the next level and have access to me when they got a problem, And so here it is. It's some people out there that God has already ordained for you and to be a part of you so you can teach and show them what you know. So the 5.5 million. So don't get discouraged when people start saying no, and then you feel like you just trapped. But no, the internet is limitless. You can take that commercial, which is your branding, and you can take a flyer, you take your website, and you can take all of these things, and you can start reaching out to people all over the country. If you got a web-based or internet or online-based business or either your ministry, you can have virtual members that come and then follow your teaching and your preaching. Then here it is, you got your thumbnail that's looking good. And now you're advertising, you're doing a Facebook, Instagram ad, and here you're targeting places where people cultural mindset and the same things that you like. You can do that through Facebook and Instagram ad because you can target your audience. You can target the age group from 45 to 55. You can target it from 25 to 60. You can target your group. You can target what they like and what they're doing, and then therefore you start targeting your group. And you start targeting your audience. Well, here it is. These are the same people that like the same thing you like. Because why? That technology, that AI technology and those algorithms automatically create and they follow your pattern. So you can tell you want to pick that audience, people that like the things that you like. And it'll automatically pick and go and pull your audience. Then all you got to do is do the paid advertisement. So if you do that, let me tell you something. You start advertising, you're going to get somebody that believes and like what they see and like what they're hearing for your teaching, your preaching, your business style, or whatever you're doing. Because now you got your flyer, you got your website, and that website is so vitally important because your commercial creates a branding or creates a doorway for people to know who you are and what you're doing. But then your landing page or your website is where you communicate with this person, or you get a phone number or a website, and then here they are, or either they come to sign up to buy your content or your teaching or your masterclass or whatever. And then they may want to become a part of your member where you're streaming your Wednesday night Bible study, or you got your sermons where you're streaming on Sunday. And then here you are, you're using some of this equipment to be able to make your video quality content so very professional. And when they start showing it to their friends, it's like somebody that's got a nice home, man, a nice apartment. Well, come by, let me show you my apartment. So here it is, it's laid out. And so here it is. Now you take your ministry to another level. Let me say this to the preachers while you're here. God was showing this to me the other day. He was saying, the time that we spend in when we're going to preach somewhere, we may, if it's a big meeting, we're going to fast, we're going to just stay in the word. And we spend a lot of time in, seeking God and seeking, Lord, give me a word for the people. I want to say something. And then your Sunday to Sunday sermons that you're asking God for a word for the people. Why is it that in preparation, we go all out in preparation, but when the message is being delivered, we lose focus after the message is just being delivered. We don't capture the message, and therefore we make a great mistake because the message that was anointed, the prayer that went into it, the study time that went into it, now you got the message, and then the message is gone. And God was telling me, the preparation, why don't you capture this message through what? Streamyard, you can capture it through an audio device, you can capture it through a camera, and therefore you create content and you put that content on a YouTube channel, and then now here your people have access to go back and listen to an anointed message. And when they're going through trouble and turbulence in their life, well, the Lord has a place to lead them to go get something that's already been preached, that has the anointing and the power on it. So it creates the branding of the ministry out of all the messages that you preach. Probably thousands of them since you've been preaching. So why is it that we're not? So if Moses had not penned the word of God when the Holy Spirit gave it to him, come on now, we wouldn't have the Torah. If Paul would not have penned the message and the heartfelt message that the Spirit of God gave him to give to the people, and he recorded and penned it because that's the only thing he had at the time to record the message. And here we are, we got all of these tools, we got our smartphone, we got all of these things that we need to come into a place to learn how to record the blessed message that we spend a lot of time fasting and prepping for. And when we give the message now, you couldn't go back and preach the same sermon that you preached last Sunday under the same anointing because it's a different thing. But if you have captured that sermon, if you just captured the audio, if you just captured the audio only, man, let me tell you something. That was a stepping stone. So if you're capturing your audio in your business, or if you're capturing something online that you're selling, let me tell you something. You have to be a pit bull and go at it, because see, you want to create a place of excellence. You want to be able to stand out. And so when you stand out, that means you're different, and people are going to notice you, and you're spending quality time fasting and seeking God for the word. But then when the word is given, it's gone. And so here it is now, man, we just, and so here you got your flyers, you got your website, now you got your commercial. So let's go. And so these are things so vitally important. Why do I need a commercial? We've talked about that a lot of times. If you want to sell your products and services, your commercial highlights those type things, glory to God. Especially when you see an African American behind the camera, well, you see your type of people or somebody that that it just makes you more comfortable when you go on and you want to purchase something. You create your brand awareness. We talked about that. Video advertising is over 80% more effective than just flyers. Hallelujah. And so here it is. Video conversion is a lot more. It's a lot more higher than flyers. So we talked about that. So when you learn the skill set and you learn, and I was telling somebody the other day, I said, why is it that we, for a long time, all of my money was in my 401k when I was working retirement. And I had less knowledge about where all of my money in retirement was. I was not educated in the 401k and the stock market, how it worked. And I said, man, that don't make sense. All my retirement money is in there. And I have least knowledge and understanding. And I'm just believing what somebody telling me. And I said, well, I need to find out a little bit about how the stock market works. And so that's why I started engaging to learn on my own. And so it is with Streamyard. So it is with Facebook, Instagram. When you learn TikTok, when you learn how these platforms makes money, how they become billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies. And so here it is, then Amazon is the same way. But now this age and what we're living in is a partnership age. Apple is partnershiping with you. If you do such and such, they'll share some of the pie with you, glory to God. Amazon, now you can sell on Amazon. You can sell on Facebook. All these platforms are what they call the partnership age that we're living in. So they're pulling the consumer in and getting buy-in from the consumer. Then they got these platforms. Hallelujah. Do you feel what I'm trying to tell you? They got these referral programs. When you referral something, you're selling something like Streamyard. Here's Streamyard said, I'm going to give you a portion of the profit if you start giving and selling these platforms and telling people about Streamyard, because the more you tell people about Streamyard, the more revenue comes in, but we want to share a piece of the pie. And that's what the age that we're living in. That's why Amazon, that's why Walmart came in. And so this is the season in the market skill set that we're living in. And so when you understand that, you learn, you understand how do you make your money? You can do it with your talk show. You can do it through advertising, you do it through commercial, and you do it through sponsorship. Because why? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all of these platforms are doing the same thing. So let's go over here. We're coming up on an hour. And I just want to show you the revenue base. We talked about it for a minute here, and I know I got a lot of stuff, but like to say, being effective communicator. That's why you got to spend time in this area right here. How to present your ideas to your audience. That's key, and you do that through recording yourself and playing it back, and then you see yourself. Have you ever recorded one of your sermons and went home and sit down and look and listen and listen to it while in the comfort and the quietness with no distraction? When I first started preaching, that's what I would do. I would record my sermon. I would go home and listen at it. And when I did, see, when you're preaching, you're hearing with two different ears. When you're preaching, you're hearing with another ear. But when you go home and you hear it and you sit down and listen at your recording, now you're hearing it like the audience that you're preaching to hear. And some of the things that I was hearing when I went home and did that, man, I'm telling you, it was like it will change you. It will you'll begin to hear things and see things as you are really speaking to your audience. And so now to be an effective communicator, that's a skill set that we need to improve on in order, because see, we got audience that we're going to be preaching to overseas, because we got the internet, and it's not limited to my hometown. It's not limited to my audience here. I can preach all over the place. I can have my ministry all over the world. I can have my products and services all over the world, but I got to be effective in my communication skill. So if I'm lacking in that area, I improve in that area, because now I know it's going to create revenue and income for me. So let me go over here and show you this. We're gonna talk a little bit about this puppy right here. I'm finna order this guy and get him in. So that's great. So I already know. I already got him. But let's go here, lighting and stuff like that. And so all of this stuff, this recording is gonna be recorded. So I'm gonna have it on my YouTube channel, and then it'll just be private. It'll just be only for the people that's a part of this teaching. And you can go back and listen to it and then begin to see some things. And so the U.S. Facebook net ad revenue, when they started in 2019, 31 billion, a little over 31 billion. And it just kept going up, 31, 38, 50 billion, 58 billion. And now 2023 is 65.2 billion. So that revenue source and revenue base that people are getting wealthy and successful. And it's not for everybody, because everybody, and so, but those that want it, man, they go at it, man. I'm just trying to tell you, because see, and so you see at the bottom where those ad revenue is and then you see the color, the percentage changes, then you see the percentage of the total digital ad spending. So this is a digital market. And so your cell phone is digital. And what we're doing is digital. 15 years ago, we wouldn't even be doing this, with Streamyard or Zoom or what have you. So it's a revenue-based source. And when you understand how this platform works, when you take enough time to sit there and go there and search on the internet and YouTube videos and find out how these platforms work, how their money is being made, and what you need to do is to bring your business to the forefront of your ministry to the forefront, and you use the same techniques that they're using. So now do you feel what I'm trying to tell you? And now you start, hello, I feel the Holy Ghost right here. And when you see that, now we transform and we leave a legacy for other people in the church. Because now we're teaching the younger generation about an entrepreneurial mindset. We're showing them how to prosper. We're showing them how to prosper in an economic downturn, or we're showing them how to prosper right now. So we're showing them how to put more eggs and tools in their toolbox, glory to God. So we're showing them how to advertise. We're showing them how to do commercials. We're showing them how to build websites. We're showing them how to do all of these things, because the internet is the new market. It's not the garden in the field anymore. This is the garden where we're going to be successful, glory to God. AI technology and the blockchain has changed the game. We got cryptocurrency. We got all of these things that are in place. And that's why some generations fall behind, because why? We are not apt to go ahead and move forward. And as leaders and pastors, we got to bring these tools and skill sets to the church, because we want to train the next generation to give them an advantage that we didn't have. Because why? We're understanding some things about the market that's already there. And just like you talked about the cell phone. And so this cell phone here, everybody got one. So all our members already got one of these. They're already in the digital age. They already got Netflix. They're already on digital cable. They got cable. They got all of these platforms. They're already using them anyway. And so God was telling me, he said, son, become a manager of that which I've already put in your hand. And then therefore now we take these tools and these skill sets, we give it to our people, to the young generation, because they're way smarter than we are. You know, they know all about this stuff. But what our job is, we're going to show them how to monetize what they're doing. We're going to show them the value of these billion-dollar companies, trillion-dollar companies, and how they have come to partnership with the consumer so they can become wealthy and successful. Some of these guys, man, like, you know, they're making 20 and 35. Say if you start doing this and making $5,000 a month, man, that would, if you made an extra $1,000 a month doing this thing. Because see, when I first started, I wasn't a seller, I was a coward. Because why? I was wanted to be a freight broker because my son got into trucking. But once I got in there, I found out that I wasn't a seller. I didn't have the knowledge and the skill set, and I didn't have the communication skills to talk to people to get them to trust me just by talking about some things with freight, the hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of freight. And then God took me over here. Now it took me some months to get this thing. It took me about 6 months. Now I'm 7 or 8 months into this thing. Now I'm talking because I have become the teacher. I have become the teacher because the teacher had taught me. Now Streamyard has become a part of me. Then I kind of know it inside and out to a greater depth and measure than when I first started. Now I can talk about it. I can explain. I understand something because why? This is the market capacity that God has put in my life that he want to put into our young people's life and show them about the branding, show them about the ad revenue that's available to them and that's available to the children, because when we show it to them, they're very smart. And the only thing is, most Black people in cultures like ourselves, we don't get this information. So we don't sit down and begin to talk about it. I was talking to my auntie about launching, she's got a talk show. And I was telling her about some things that she could do to change her branding of her talk show to reach a broader audience. She's already created a brand. Her name brand is already working because she got a talk show. And so she got a talk show on Sunday. And so she's doing it on radio. But I was just talking and telling her how she can use this platform and another platform. Now she can create the content that she needs. Now she can start targeting places and bringing this same talk show style and host. If it works here in Atmore, it'll work anywhere. You got an audience, just like I said, 5.5 million people in Alabama. You got audience and people that feel and have the same values about things that you care about, they care about as well. So you just want to reach out and come in contact with that audience from around the world. You got them in New York, Miami, California. You got them in Texas. You got them all over the 50 states. And when you learn the marketing skill sets, that doesn't cost a whole lot of money to do that. So when you're going into these things, because you think it's going to cost a lot of money, but the Lord has showed me through my friend George Sanders, man, how to come in at low cost and get great value. And so when you give people more value than what they're paying for, let me tell you something, you are in a great place. And when we learn to begin to show our younger generations about this, Lord have mercy, we create a revenue stream for them, because now they understand the market. Now they understand the power of advertisement. Now they understand the power of partnership. Now they can go and use the internet to become wealthy and very successful. Because why? Then if you want something, you don't hear me, because between the places and the things that God has put in your life, when God get ready to take you to the next level, he's going to always put somebody in your life to help you go to the next level. And I know I done talked for about 45, a whole hour, over an hour, but it's some good teaching. But like I said, I know I talked about a lot of things, but the next Thursday training, it's going to be some simple things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all the thing I'm going to talk about. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For the newcomers, you may not be tech savvy, computer savvy, but if you can run your cell phone, you can get on StreamYard and you can do some great things. You can take your ministry to Facebook. You can take it to your congregation, and you can stream it to your YouTube channel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to start showing you how to do that once you get comfortable with that, streaming, recording yourself. And then here it is. You can say, Bishop, take a look at this and hear what do I need to change, and show me a little this and a little that. And once you do that for the first time on your own, you're going to, the joy and the comfort and you're like, wow, you're overjoyed about it. And so here it is. And then we're going to show you some things about these cameras that you can just create some good content in the pulpit as well. Not so we're going to show you how to do these 3 or 4 things with these cameras, and we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to show you content you already got. So we're going to show you about the cameras, and we're going to show you how to create video, how to create something. And so we'll show you how to create it, and we're going to show you where to send it. So that's going to be the thing that we want to do on next week training next Thursday at 6:30. So I know I threw a lot at you, but I just want to get you to see the I know it's just a multiple tacit of things, but let me tell you something. But it's simple, and when I show it to you from the simple, simplistic place that I'm gonna show it to you, you can be like, "Wow, okay, I can do this," and you can say, "Well, hey, man, we can brainstorm." And I talked to Miss Cross. And she had called me, I think about 2 weeks ago, and she was asking me about some things that she was trying to do to go to the next level. And so we just started talking and brainstorming, and all of a sudden I just started coming out and talking about some things that she can incorporate in what she's already doing, because she got 3 facets of this and that, And so I just started talking about some things that, then the Lord just started bringing them out. Have you thought about doing this and doing this and doing this and doing that? And there was just some great insight on some things that were available to her, to help her go to the next level. And so here it is, the same thing with us. And so we're here together to help each other to walk through these things and understand that God has put us in a blessed place. And so I got a few questions that we want to take. Anybody that got a few questions before we get out of here, and you can just put it in the chat, and then I can just unmute you, and I can bring you on, and we can kind of talk a little bit if you got a few questions before we get out of here. Anybody?